What's going on YouTube? Today we are doing my second dip review. We are going to be dipping on some, sorry for the glare. Gosh dang, glare. Copenhagen Snuff. Manly dip right here. So, let's get into the, appearance of the can. This can is really, really simple. Although it is simple, it is pretty freaking awesome. It's got just everything on it is outdented, indented, or whatever. Got the stupid warning label, side label. Sorry, I peeled this off. And for the date, we have November 22nd, 2015, so a couple weeks away. And let's go ahead and crack it open and get a whiff. First thing about Copenhagen Snuff that you need to know, it's not a natural, it's no flavor. It may have a little salt in it. I'm pretty sure it does have some salt and some little bit of preservatives. Really, Gus? Really? It's my bulldog. But it has a really earthy smell. Kind of smells like dirt, but then again, it's kind of like a plant earth smell. It's really, really, really natural, but then again, it don't smell like a natural dip. It don't smell like Coke Natural. So, let's go ahead and pack a slip. Now, Copenhagen Snuff, I usually like to pack it a pretty good bit. Now, you can tell, I'm not going to drop it on the table this time. It's a pretty good pack job, but like, everyone, just pack it down with your fingers. Alright, let's go in here, let's get us a pinch. It's small for Coke Snuff, or yeah, it's small for me because because when you get to the end of the can and it starts getting drier, it gets harder to pinch as the longer the can is open. Because when air hits it, it dries out fast. So let's go ahead and put this in. Let's go ahead and put another little pinch in. Pinchability on it is Copenhagen Snuff. The pinchability is, if you know how to do it, it's good. I mean, once you figure it out, but still, even if you know how to do it, and still you can be good at it, but it's going to get everywhere. Just control it with your tongue. That's all you have to do is control it with your tongue. The flavor, just like the smell, it's a real earthy taste. It doesn't taste, I've heard people say, oh, it tastes like shit, it tastes like dirt. It doesn't taste like dirt. It just tastes like, to me, it really just tastes like original tobacco, not just maybe with a little bit of salt added, because it's not like a natural salty, but I do get a hint of salt on it, of some salt from it. The comparison, a lot of people say Coke LC and Coke Snuff are the same thing. I don't think it is. Coke LC has a really bold, really more bold taste, and Coke Snuff's just kind of, it's a milder taste, and I like the milder taste. I don't like it unless it's like Coke Black, which it's just a bold, but it's a nice bold flavor. And the cut, look at it on the can right there. Look at that. It's like sandpaper. Well, not like sandpaper, like freaking, it's like solid dust. And the packability, it's pretty good. I mean, once you put it in, you gotta start messing it up, get it packed down with your tongue. Once you get packed down with your tongue, it don't float. Maybe that's because I have a pocket right here. I basically have pockets because I dip all over. Dip a can and a half a day, so I get a pretty good pocket. And then the texture. Copenhagen Snuff, it's finer cut, so it's more abrasive on the lip than like say Coke LC is. And still Coke LC because it's kind of a mid cut. It's more abrasive on the lip. It's got a nice little, what am I trying to say? There's a nice little tingle to it, and that leads into the burn, which I said it has a little tingle, and it's actually pretty good. I mean, it's not like a grizzly wintergreen burn, which is horrendous because I just went on like 2-week-long grizzly wintergreen kick. One day I dipped 2.5 cans. My jaw is still freaking grillish, is still freaking hurting. This is not burning too bad, just like I said, it's kind of tingling. And the nicotine, I actually don't get a buzz that much from this lip. Of course, it's kind of a small lip because I still want to be able to talk. But it's still pretty. The nicotine, maybe because I dip so much and my nicotine intake is just so high, but it's pretty good. And the spit, pretty dark. It's not like Copenhagen straight or grizzly wintergreen or any really moist dip, but still for original or a natural, it's still pretty good amount of spit. And the lastability, a lip like this size, which is, see how shiny it is, but a lip this size, it'll last me 30, 40 minutes, 45 minutes at the max, but I can get a good 30, 40 minutes. And like Joey Lee Stevens said in his last video, which I didn't know that's when you're supposed to take Coke Snuff out, but he said when it starts falling apart and wants to drip, that means it's basically done. And one day I had this in for an hour, and of course I tacked 2 or 3 good, pinches of snuff, which is not, it's like maybe a quarter or a half the size of a normal lip. But when I get it packed in there, I mean, it's good. And I had that in for an hour, and about after 45 minutes, it started wanting to just fall apart and stuff. And it started going everywhere, and it started getting mushy and stuff. And like with other dips, like flavor dip, like Copenhagen Straight, Grizz Green, any other flavored, really strong flavored dip, when it starts losing flavor, and then you start getting this mushy feeling, and you get that bad taste in your mouth, then you know to take it out. With snuff, the flavor always stays, but it'll go dry, and I usually keep dipping until I lose the flavor. And so the aftertaste when you take this dip out, it's just a earthy taste. It's basically the kind of same. It's kind of crappier, but it's not as bad as like Grizzly 1900, which is a really, really bad aftertaste. It's just artificial as crap. And that's about it for this video. My final rating of this dip, I would probably have to give this a I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Only reason I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10 is just because of the packability and the pinchability. But for everything else, I mean, it's perfect. The taste is perfect. Of course, I'm kind of burnt out on them right now because I dipped this in Cope LC so much. But it's still a good flavor, and it's kind of a nostalgic flavor because I used to dip Cope LC a lot when I first started dipping about 1.5 years ago. And so it's a real good flavor. And so that's been the video, y'all. One last thing, I want to show y'all why I call my channel Bulldog Dipper 78. Come here, guys. Come here. Come here. Go show the guys on YouTube. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. Jump up here. Oh. 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 I can't pick him up. Let me just show you. Say hi to everybody, Gus. This is Gus. He's my English Bulldog. He's 1.5 years old. He's just a little sweetheart. He's my buddy boy. Me and him go hunting all the time. So that's been it for me, y'all. I'll see you in the next one. And next one, we got a chew review. I won't tell you what kind, but we got a chew review. So like this video if you like this video. And please subscribe. for my, I know most people, I got like 250,000 subscribers like Outlaw. I love Outlaw. How good is Munjo? But for my 10K subs, I'm going to be doing something kind of special with some chew. Let's just call it Chip.